Now, good evening. Today we're going to speak about the whole idea of the government rolling out a moral studies curricula which they intend to roll out in schools. Now, I can understand why they have reached this point of realization when they feel the need to do such a thing. Now, presumably the whole idea is to instill in our youth the idea that they should be mindful of the internet, because it is a domain that is fast becoming a mecca whereby lies and disinformation proliferate. So I can understand if governments feel the need to advise students and our young about the negative effects of the internet. But I also believe that this idea is not well conceived. I also believe that it will fail. And let me explain to you why I'm not very optimistic about this whole idea. Now, let us begin with a few assumptions. Now, governments would like to believe that all that needs to be done is to create a production line whereby they can open up the brains of people, put in the solution, and then sew it up, and what they will get is model citizens, citizens who pay their taxes on time, citizens who do not start blogs like this, and most importantly, citizens who will continue to see the whole value in government and will support them and keep them in power. So I can understand why governments have embarked on this whole initiative. But that idea does not make a lot of sense, because everybody knows that once you take an idea and you put it on a pedestal, and worst of all, you label it as something dangerous, undesirable, then the danger is that you create the factor of illicit thrill. You create the idea of the forbidden fruit. And we all know that the idea of the forbidden fruit is the sweetest, because it is forbidden. Now, this may be an idea that is counterintuitive to most people, but it is not an idea that is lost to novelists or even people who regularly market you and I products. If you look at the marketing manifesto, and you will find that they are trying to sell us all kinds of things, from moisturizing cream to shavers, to cars, to even mobile phones. But you will notice that the archetypal characters, the main protagonists, who actually feel that this object is something that reflects their character, is not somebody that we will consider model citizens. They are usually people who break rules. They are usually people who are unconventional, and they are usually people who do not live lives that the state considers to be model in any sense whatsoever. And the reason is very simple. It's because part of the reason lies in the whole idea of the human condition. Like Emerson said, and Emerson was a poet, he wrote down a stanza which I think is very important to this sharing. He mentioned once that even a humble bread aspires to be something great and different. The key word here is different. And this may actually provide us with a skeleton key to understand why, when governments label something as undesirable, what they are inadvertently doing is creating the whole idea of the illicit thrill by marketing the whole idea of forbidden fruit. Because when you do that, what you actually do is that you pique the interest of our youth. You actually create so much mystery and so much darkened interiors in the whole idea of the internet that they can do nothing except gravitate towards it and be sucked into that kind of whirlpool. And this is not something that we want to see, because what we want to most people to understand about the internet is that it's nothing more than a platform whereby information can be freely imported and exported. Nothing more or less. And when governments embark on this whole moral crusade through a process of zookeeping, in order to warn netizens about the undesirable effects of the internet, I think the perverse result may well be a reversal of what they may want to accomplish. That is to say, instead of getting people into a state of mind whereby they are mindful of the negative effects of the internet, what may actually happen is that they will end up piquing their interest, and many of these people will actually see the internet as a way, or rather a means, to fashion their identity. And the internet, being the internet, is able to provide that sort of capacity for one to actualize one's dreams and goals, because within it you have the raw materials and also the audience. So I think this is something that governments would have to think very, very carefully about. I don't think it's something that they can just do without considering the wider implications.